In this video, I'm going to show you how to instantly relieve neuropathy in your feet. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over easy exercises that make it both quick and long-lasting relief for neuropathy in the feet. This includes numbness, tingling, and pains. And we're going to do this by helping to improve blood flow or circulation, but also by lengthening and strengthening soft tissues that support the ankles and the feet. Each one of these exercises works just a little bit differently. My best advice, go through them all, use what works best for you. With that being said, let's get started. When it comes to helping neuropathy in the feet, one of the most important things to do is improve blood flow or circulation all the way down to the toes. Here's a really easy daily exercise that generally feels pretty good also. We're going to start seated for this one, and we can use one of two things. The first being a soft round object like a tennis ball, but I find that generally the best results come by using what is known as a peanut tool because it looks just like a peanut. So why I like this one a little bit more is because it's larger, so you're going to be able to hit more area in a shorter amount of time, but also there's a groove in between the peanut tool, so as you do this, you're really able to target on the outside of the foot, inside of the foot, especially over the arch, a little bit better. And it usually feels pretty good because they have these spiky massage balls. But you can find a peanut tool pretty much at any local sporting goods department. They're pretty inexpensive. If you would like to get one online, I will leave a link in this video's comment section and description. But I'm going to show how to use the tennis ball. So what I'm going to do is start off by placing the tennis ball right underneath my heel. Doesn't matter what foot we start with, we're going to do it on both. But what we're going to focus on is moving from the heel towards the toes. Just apply enough pressure with your heel right here into the ball to the point where it's going to be a comfortable self-massage. If you do have a lot of numbness or tingling, a lot of loss of sensation, I should say, go very lightly with it. We don't want to cause any more issues. But I like to do just a circular massage over one area, roughly for about 5 to 10 seconds. Then afterwards, I see how I feel. If it feels pretty loose, I just move over a different area and repeat. But go on the outside, over the back side of the heel, and also on the inside. And then from there, what you're going to do is move towards the middle part of the foot and repeat, making sure to go on the outside, over the middle part of the foot, and then really focus on going over the arch. A lot of foot problems come right at the arch, so you really want to get everything nice and loose in there. And then you're just going to work up into the ball of the foot and then towards your toes. You're probably going to notice that one certain spot just feels really tight, achy. Maybe there's a lot of pain over that area too. You want to stop over that spot and just keep repeating this over and over again until it finally releases. And if it feels like there's a muscle knot maybe in there or it just doesn't want to release, what I would recommend at that point is not doing a circular massage, but going through different movements. So go side to side with it, forward, backward, diagonally. Go through as many motions as possible because what it's going to do is target those tendons and those muscles just a little bit differently to hopefully get it to release. And if you really feel like one spot just will not release, you can apply a little bit more pressure in there to loosen it up by just taking your hands, overlapping them like this, putting them over your knee, and gently pressing your foot down towards the floor. But again, if you have a lot of numbness or tingling, go lightly with this. So once I've pretty much massaged the whole area, including my toes, what I'm going to do next is focus on engaging some more muscles to hopefully get some more blood flow going down. So put the ball take your toes and just grip right into the ball, kind of like curl them down into that tennis ball or the peanut tool, almost to the point where you feel like you're going to grip in there and be able to lift that ball up. Really engage as many muscles as you can. You're going to hold that comfortably for about 5 seconds. You're going to release and then repeat this 5 to 10 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So what I'm going to do next is now focus on the calves and also over the shins. We want to focus on everything that goes down into the feet. So at that point, I'm going to do what is called a heel-toe raiser. Your legs are going to be roughly hip-width apart, and I'm going to start off by just placing all of my leg weight right on the balls of my feet, just kind of press down gently into the floor. From there, what you're going to do is slowly raise your heels upward towards the ceiling as much as you can. You should really feel the calves start to fire. Really focus on feeling it into the calves. Once you feel that, you're going to hold this comfortably for 5 seconds, and then you're going to slowly come down, lowering your heels towards the floor, but resist against your leg weight. So we're going to resist going up and also down to target the muscles just a little bit differently. Next, what I'm going to do is gently press my heels into the floor and then raise my toes up towards the ceiling. You should feel it more towards the front, so really focus on feeling over the shins. Again, hold that for about 5 seconds and then lower them down. But I like to do this in both directions for about 5 times. And again, with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. This one can become pretty easy, so what you can do to resist against this, or I should say to make it a little bit more dynamic, is to do a rocking motion instead. So as you do this, kind of go up in a nice fluid motion and rock up and down. You're going to notice it challenges the muscles a little bit more, and it's really good for building coordination also. So try to do that rocking motion maybe 10 to 15 times and see if that helps out just a little bit more. So last, I really like to challenge these calves. It's really important to focus on the calves for blood flow into the feet by taking the tennis ball or the peanut tool and placing that ball right in between the heels just like this. So what I'm going to do is squeeze gently into the tennis ball with my heels and then place my leg weight right on the balls of my feet, and then I'm going to gently, just slowly raise upward with my heels. You're really going to feel it into the calves with this one, so challenge to build into this one as much as you can. Again, hold this one for 5 seconds, relax, and repeat this one 10 times. But go through all of these motions. If you feel like one is really addressing weakness, maybe you have a lot of just tightness that's built up with that movement, at that point I would recommend throwing more repetitions in. Treat it like your weak link. Here's a really good exercise that may help neuropathy in the feet, and I think it's pretty fun to do. It's known as toe scrunches. It's going to focus on lengthening, but more importantly, strengthening the soft tissues from the ankle all the way down to the toes. What we're going to do is take a medium-sized hand drying towel and place it right at the edge of a bed, but you can also do this on a floor. To get into position, take one foot and place your heel off of the towel, but the ball of the foot and the toes are going to be over it. You're going to gently press your heel into the bed or the floor, and then you're going to curl your toes downward and then grip into the towel. Think of it as like a claw. Just really grip into that towel as much as you can. And once you get a very good grip, you're going to slowly raise that towel up towards the ceiling. The more that you go up, the more that you're going to feel a ton of muscle start to fire throughout the foot. Really focus on feeling it right here into the arch also. When you can't go up any further, hold this comfortably for about 3 seconds and then relax. You're going to repeat this over and over again for about 5 to 10 repetitions. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, you can always throw in another set or 2. And when you're done with one foot, switch over to the other foot and repeat to keep everything in balance. This is how you can take it to the next level. Instead of going straight with it, turn your foot slightly inward. So I'm going a little bit towards my left with my right foot, and then I'm going to repeat. What you're going to notice is it hits the foot and the ankle just a little bit differently. So give that a try towards the left and also towards the right. If you notice any of those positions are a little bit more challenging, maybe it's offering a little bit more tightness relief too, at that point I would throw more repetitions in. With this exercise, we're going to focus a little bit more on strengthening. With neuropathy, we want to engage the muscles as much as we can to stimulate those nerves. So what I'm going to do is go right next to a staircase right at the bottom step. Step up, have your legs roughly hip-width apart, have your heels off and all of your body weight supported on the balls of your feet. This is known as a basic calf raiser. It's really going to help burn those calves. So what I'm going to do to start off with is just simply raise my heels upward towards the ceiling as much as I can until I feel a really good activation into the calves. Once I feel that, I'm going to hold this comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds. And then what I'm going to do is go in reverse, slowly lowering my heels down towards the floor. The nice part about this one is the more that you lower your heels down towards the floor, the more intense of a stretch you're going to start to feel in the calves going down into the ankles. So once you feel that deep but comfortable stretch, hold this one for 5 seconds and then go back up. So we're going to do this whole cycle for about 5 to 10 times in both directions. And with each repetition, build into it just a little bit more. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, you can always throw in another set or two. So this is how we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to do what is called an eccentric calf raiser. So instead of going straight up with it, tilt your body weight a little bit towards one side. So I'm going to go a little bit towards my right, and then I'm going to repeat. You're going to notice it hits the feet, ankles, and the calves just a little bit differently. So give that a try towards the right, and then also towards the left. You can also do big wide circles. So I'm going counterclockwise with it just like this. So give that one a try and then switch it up and then go clockwise. Go through all of these movements. If one just feels like it's hitting the feet a little bit better, maybe really addressing tightness or weakness, at that point, throw more repetitions in. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.